Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to start by having a look at the latest from the UKMO Office Run, have a look at the 5-day precipitation and temperature, as we do have some stunning weather coming up over the next few days with amazing, beautiful, sparkling sunshine, blue skies, and really dry, warm conditions with temperatures potentially getting up towards high teens, if not 20 degrees. We'll also have a look at the GFS, the GEM, the ECMWF, and the Ensembles. Have a look at the mid to longer range forecast, as it actually does look like after this really good next 5 to 7 days, we could be going much colder and potentially unsettled as well. So it does look like we're going to be seeing a lot of Arctic air spill out into the mid-latitudes over the next few weeks as a result of that stratospheric warming we have been seeing. And yeah, it does look like we could be going from very warm this week to very cold by potentially the middle or second half of next week. So we'll have a look at that in detail. So do remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. And remember to follow me on Twitter as well. The link's in the description. So we start on the UKMO Office Run. If we go through precipitation first, there really isn't much around, to be honest. So we'll go through it quite quickly. There's some thicker cloud around today, and that's why temperatures have been down a little bit. Maybe a few showers tonight, but I'm not expecting anything too crazy. And by tomorrow afternoon, it's looking really quite nice, but maybe through thundery showers in the afternoon. Of course, the evening, clear skies, and again, I must say, we're going to be seeing a big diurnal range. So although it's going to be warm in the day, it could be very, very cold at night. Beyond that, through Wednesday afternoon, you can see temperatures, cloud amounts are pretty minimal, but a few showers in the far north and east. And then through Wednesday evening, that all dies away, and a few showers potentially once again through Thursday afternoon in the east, bit of cloud bubbling, and once again through Friday, some showers bubbling up, but nothing too crazy. Biggest cloud amounts, of course, will be towards the coast with a bit of sea fog potentially, and maybe across northern Scotland with weather fronts trying to encroach from the north, but not making too much progress. So we do have a look at the max temperatures. Now, you can see today was decent, 16-17 degrees in the south, but chillier further northwards. But as the high pressure really takes over, you can see by tomorrow afternoon, temperatures widely 17-18 degrees, if not a little bit higher in a few local areas. In the evenings, temperatures are going to drop down into the mid-single digits. It's going to be pretty chilly. And by Wednesday afternoon, widely 17-18 degrees once again. And just repeating low to mid-single digits through the evenings. Thursday afternoon again, 15, 16, 17 degrees, and that repeats Friday, 15, 16 degrees, and again through Saturday, 16, 17 degrees. So looking really, really good. So make sure you go out and enjoy it, because as I said, it could be really quite cold and maybe unsettled come next week. So you might want to be indoors for that. So yeah, go out and enjoy this weather over the next few days if you can, as it really is some stunning March, spring sunshine. So do you have a look at the GFS, GM, ECMWF, and the Ensembles? Have a look at the next couple of weeks. Now, you can see at the moment we've got amazing high pressure at the top of us with a bit of a southerly airflow, dry air on off the continent, and it's pretty warm, or mild, if not a little bit warm. However, as we're towards the weekend into next week, we start to see that high pressure ridge up towards Greenland, and we start to pull in a northerly airflow. Now, it's not a massive direct northerly. We don't quite get the orientation of the high pressure correct to get a massive sort of northerly spell, but it is chilly nonetheless, bringing in colder air masses, wintry showers, loads of frost, and maybe even some snow with that right towards the end of the run. It does break down. We go more into a westerly phase. If we do run it back just when that northerly wind does start to come in and have a look at those upper air temperatures, now you can see really cold air is spilling out the Arctic. You can see the -5 line, if not the -10 line, gets close to the UK, spreading down all the way through the country for the first few days of April, eventually clearing away to our east. And that's all this cold air spilling out of the Arctic. Real bitterly cold air. We'd be getting temperatures in the mid-single digits in the day, below freezing overnight. We'd be seeing a lot of wintry showers around with that as well. Now, if we see how the GM compares to it, now, you can see high pressure is dominant at the moment, and then we do see high pressure ridging up towards Greenland, but it never fully makes it. We actually just go again a bit westerly. So even though we do have that blocking developing a little bit, it doesn't fully come off. We don't see full-blown cold conditions take off, and instead that colder air is sent towards Scandinavia, Russia, down towards Siberia instead of locked up over the Arctic. So yeah, it does still go pretty chilly, for some areas, but not quite reaching the UK. So we do have a look at the ECMWF run, see how that does compare. Now I must say it does go very, very cold, and we see the high pressure ridging up towards Greenland, and we go into a northerly blast with low pressure mixing up in within that, and that would be producing heavy snowfall, especially if it fell overnight, and even in the day we could be seeing some winteriness with that. If we do run it back with the upper air temperatures, you can see warm at the moment, and then we see that ridging further northwards, and we see that cold blast coming out of the Arctic, low pressure mixing in within it, and there would be snow within that. And you can look at those temperature deviations, really, really quite cold over the top of the UK, really chilly conditions, and this would, be a remarkably cold spell, similar actually to what we saw last year. We saw really cold weather towards the start of April last year, and it could be repeating once again this spring, with this cold northerly blast. By no means guaranteed. The GFS and ECMWF run are on the colder end of their ensembles, but they're not outliers. There is quite a lot of support for it. So if you do have a look at the ensembles, you can see from the GFS, the midday run, you see warm over the next sort of 5 to 7 days, above average temperatures, and then it drops away to around or below average throughout the last few days of March, early April, with the operational run going really cold, with quite a few other runs, maybe a third to a half of runs are going bitterly cold now. But you can see still quite a few, around half, are going for around average or milder than average, including the control run. So by no means is it guaranteed to go cold, just there is a hint of that today. Now you can also see precipitation is increasing, so low pressure is becoming more within the ensembles, and that's something we need to keep an eye on as well, because even if it's still warmer upper air temperatures, if we've got precipitation around, it's not going to feel particularly warm. So at the moment we don't have that amazing in terms of upper air temperatures, but because it is dry and sunny, it's going to be feeling warm, and those temperatures are going to climb. If we do finally have a look at the ECMWF ensemble, see how those two compare. Have a look at the midnight run. Warm and mild at the moment, all the way to around the 27th, 28th of March, and then we see a big drop off, around a half, maybe even more than that, are going down to -5 and below at 850 HPA by day 10. Well below average, a good 4 degrees now below average for that sort of 29th to 1st or 2nd of April sort of period. Still some milder outliers, some milder runs, we can't discount those at this stage, but there very much is a trend to much, much colder conditions. As I said, could be giving temperatures in the mid single digits, maybe 5, 6, 7 degrees, and below freezing in the nights, meaning we could be seeing some winteriness, if not wintry showers, potentially even some snow with that as well as we head into end of March and early April. So very interesting seeing that, and it's just something we've got to keep an eye on over the next couple of weeks. But at the time being, hopefully you can go out there and enjoy the warm weather, and we'll see what happens with this potential cold spell over the next few days. So anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again for another video soon.